Hey everyone, and welcome to Carrie's Garage. And on this episode, we're back with a car you guys haven't seen in a while. Let's check it out and talk about what we're going to get done. This here is the 1965 Renault R8 that I showed in a video quite a while back. I'll put a link down below in the description. But it developed some problems. One of which was it had a really high idle and it had an exhaust leak. So I discovered, I mean, you guys can't see it, but there's actually a crack in the aluminum on the intake manifold that was causing a really bad air leak that would make it to where it wouldn't idle correctly. Second problem was this was blown out. This car was converted to fuel injection back in the 80s, and whoever did it drilled a hole right here to put the O2 sensor, and it just wasn't done all that well, and just, time and whatnot. It actually blew out. Chunked this hole. It's completely destroyed. So it took me a long time, and I found another manifold. It is a little bit different than this one that we have here, but it does fit. Everything seems to be in the right spot. So I drilled and tapped the hole for the intake air temperature sensor, and I drilled and tapped the holes up here for the throttle body injection. So it all should bolt up, and we should have a good manifold that actually works and makes the car run. And then what I did is I actually relocated the O2 sensor right there into the downpipe. A lot easier to weld into mild steel in that tube. It's, only a few inches lower downstream. It'll still get nice and warm, and, it's a very archaic injection system. So it should work just fine, but I definitely do not want to drill a hole in this cast iron, so that'll work a lot better. All right, let me go ahead and set you up on a tripod, and we'll get the intake manifold on, get the throttle body injection back together, get some of the wires put together, and hopefully it runs. This car hasn't run in quite a while because this has been a big problem, and it took me a long time to find this replacement manifold, and really looking forward to having this one back on the road. Overall, in general, it should be pretty easy for this project. There's only a few things to hook up, put the manifold on, and yeah, should have it going pretty quick. At least that's the plan. So here's the replacement manifold. I do need to take this fitting out and replace it, but we can do that later. Bolts right up. The exhaust manifold reaches, which is fantastic. Go ahead and just start putting all the bolts in. Now this is where all the fun stuff happens. We've got the throttle body injection, got all the gaskets and everything. All this is homemade, everything's been modified. So let's see. This would have to go down first. And this. And this. So it sits just like that. I need to hook up this one linkage and then try and make sure everything's lined up and then put the bolts in. It's a little awkward, but it works. The manifold is now on and bolted. Throttle body is on, bolted down. Looks like one of the threaded holes I did was just a little bit off, but I was able to make it work. The holes aren't super tight, so there was a little bit of wiggle room. Now all I gotta do is just hook up all the wiring, replace this one with the bolt to match the other one, put the sensor in, hook up the fuel lines, and I don't know if the battery's charged, I'll have to check that, but we should be able to fire it here pretty soon. So now that everything's together, before I put the air cleaner on, let's see if it starts. I got the battery charged up. Well, it runs. It has a terrible exhaust leak. I didn't tighten up everything on that downpipe, so I need to do that, but that's great. Well, here's something I haven't done in a long time. Drive the Renault. I'm pretty excited. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take it up and down my street. I'm sure the tires are low, I need to check those, but I'm driving the Renault again, which is so exciting because I absolutely love this car. And I miss regularly driving a right-hand drive car. It's so much fun. Well, I get to drive the Renault for the first time in a long time. The new manifolds seem to work fine. Still has a little bit of the exhaust leak that I need to fix. The pipe that goes into the muffler to the exhaust manifold I've always had problems with. I don't have the right clamp for it, basically. So I need to figure that out and tighten a couple more things down, but it's back. The Renault is alive, so I just need to clean it really good. Probably needs an oil change, check all the fluids, and I can start driving it. I'm super excited. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and catch you on the next video.